Don't disappoint me.
Quite the find.
Dodge this!
You're in for a little shock.
Freeze! What's the hurry? Cool it! Ah! Ha! Dodge this! Ah! Freeze! Ha!
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Why not keep me company for a while?
Why, hello there, honored customer. Surely not.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnyan merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore press?
A Snezhnyan I do remember that. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus J. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it.
Do you have any left?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
If my eyes don't deceive me, yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry. I've heard it said that Smaragdus Nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus Nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give Elemental Sight a shot. So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having...
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossel...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Miss Yenfei?
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossel did indeed claim that the ore he brought...
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing?
Of course.
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from...
Yes, I see. Forgive...
I wouldn't say there's been an incident. Just a minor issue.
With this hard evidence to back us up?
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to... If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Sinxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her...
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many...
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of but the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessary. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular...
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's...
Yes, well, that's no obstacle, because I've memorized... You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter. Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Sing...
Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened?
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Krosel. Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yes, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sinksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this. Mr. Crossel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures. So I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself. The item is called the inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite.
Thank you, Sinksy. Now, could you let me borrow this?
Sure. It isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip.
Let the weirdo with the snake around his neck?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap...
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yenfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. is Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jade. In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite. He returned the valuable...
That's an unsubstantiated...
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him.
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler. Oh, come on. I meant the backup copy of... Oh, come on. I meant the backup copy...
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows...
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown...
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall... Traveler, would you do the honors?
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases... Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar...
I...
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but however... I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that... Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here... I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear, Mr. Crossell.
Huh? No,
Aren't actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jade. You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay... Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Yanfei's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
I admit it. I confess. But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small... But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus Nephrite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Jiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
Exactly. If they weren't...
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found if word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client.
10 times.
Crosel looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow,
20%? That's as much as I...
There's no need. Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear
Ms. Jichel...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me?
What? But I... All right.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn this...
Well, that's not quite how the rule...
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you...
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony.
Well...
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims.
Is that so?
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our...
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching. Even though...
The right solution depends on your... The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for an Adeptus... Speaking of, you took part in that battle. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal... In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal...
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit.
Ah, you've returned. Good, good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going.
Oh, you. All right, then.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble...
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to...
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so... Indeed she... Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most... Liyue is... All right, then. Let us speak of this no more.
Oh, Paimon's so excited!
It is but a single teapot. There we go. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them.
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we...
Oh, you needn't worry about that.
It's nearly time for a...
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's! There's even a great big house in the middle, too! Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it. Hey! There's a perfectly good house still. Why is it so empty here apart from that house? Oh, wait a second. What is...
Well, it seems that we have a...
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. Hang on a moment. Oh, call me. I suppose...
So you're the little helper, Madam...
Madam Ping? Oh, you may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of... Your journey may be far from over. But at least this way, though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the... Thus, we teapot spirits were created. You may consider me now allow me to explain this realm. Have you any blueprints on you? As long as you have a blueprint, you can...
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny...
Yes, these are the blueprints. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint should...
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus, he said that even though subspace creation is a product of Adeptal, this world is not a true one after all. It provides merely a
A golden-eyed adeptus?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. If there's anything you would like to add... not used to the place at the moment, but once you've... If you ever have any questions... Maybe you're not... If you ever have any... Maybe you're not... If you ever have any...
It should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there? Got to here and then disappear. What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're...
I believe this is the abode of that. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking...
Really? Let Paimon see! Huh? Isn't that... Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't...
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an... If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism.
All right, then let's do it!
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. Manifest! Obey! Manifest! My will embodied! Unleash!
Cool it!
No one escapes my sight!
You wait!
Dodge this!
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Frozen time!
Manifest! By ordinance divine! Obey! Unleash! Oh, in your dreams!
Cool it! Dodge this!
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
It's nothing. Your life is mine.
here beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first. Unleash! Manifest! Blood repays blood.
Freeze!
Obey! Unleash!
Oh, so sorry.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
By ordinance divine! Manifest!
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Ah! So high. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Obey!
Come a little closer.
Dodge this! Freeze!
your master's bidding!
Try not to enjoy it.
This moment will be frozen in time.
No escape!
Cool it!
Manifest!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Unleash! Manifest! Cryo incarnate! You will regret this!
Come a little closer.
Let it rain!
Let's spark things up.
Get him!
Look, over there! Could that be the sunset vermilionite? Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but then again...
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to...
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come.
Hold on a sec! If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get... But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure my safety.
Then That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something, you gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects.
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the plostrite. Let's meet at the building.
How is Shenhua able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adept at super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those Adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilion.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should.
Shenhua and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing.
In truth, it is the finest piece of... If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which, as a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby... Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhua! Just now on the way over...
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but...
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and...
But I am not...
Shenhua?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever...
Well, Byron said...
No need.
You can't do that. It's when you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down.
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking.
Hi there! Checking in, are we? Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this, so business is booming for me today.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. Here are your keys.
Shenhua, you should go get some... Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Let's buy one for Shenhua, too. She can have it as...
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here. Let's go and say...
Hey.
One trusts you have met Shen-He.
So far, so good. Yeah!
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in...
Cool! So, calling her Shen-He feels kind of friendly, but also...
Her Adeptus name. Why pray...
don't all Adeptus...
On this latter point, you are correct.
Oh, right. What? You knew already?
Do you mean to say that she presents...
Well, to start with, her...
Ah, yes. She was... One first found Shen-He by chance in a cave. One was inside with Shen-He, then aged around 6 years old.
That sounds...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only one dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had...
That's still so dangerous, though! Why was a tiny little kid battling against...
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shen-He has an extraordinary constitution. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with... Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent, red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her... It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shen-He's path has crossed with your...
Oh, now Paimon gets it.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the... If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be... Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your...
So, Shen-He isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adeptus.
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take...
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to... I was worried that something may have happened. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this... After all, Master...
Sorry, Shen-He.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Because in my... Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated... For this... I am very...
To be fair, we've met our Anyway, now it's settled. From now on...
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it...
Great! Well, now that we're all rested... But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask... After all, sunset vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many... Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shen-He. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Look! Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey! People Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into two. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready...
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch. Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Vatuian Pleased to meet you. I'm Beto, captain of the Crux.
Beto? Are you here to...
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're...
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before.
Shenhe.
Good to meet you. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so...
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much to be honest with you all. I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father.
Wow. So it...
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just want...
In that case, I have a proposal. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to...
Sounds great, but...
The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite... How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on the... From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever... I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go. By the way, what question are you gonna...
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera.
Ooh, what's the opera called?
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend. It's called The Divine...
Ah, hello. Are you here for something?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were...
Of course I have.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me.
Yunjin? Stage use? Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much. So, you're here to ask about wonder cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make wonder cores are a little hard to come by. Lady
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of...
Sure. Well, you'll need... If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter iron from the Mount Tianheng area. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the I'm really not sure. Sorry. Of course, it's probably just hearsay.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation. Oh, I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepta. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should... I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. Oh, this is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look, no wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have...
The divine damsel of devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story what's the story about?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story?
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be in that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live..."
What a nasty piece of work!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village, just while they were discussing whose child would be given up...
No! Don't...
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends, and so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but...
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was... I'm not sure she deserves...
I've never Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to... When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire...
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go! This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse... Huh. He didn't...
Hello, sir. We were just passing...
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin...
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shin. I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But this place is deserted now. No one...
Huh? You know...
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go... Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention to...
Okay, then let's see...
A keen eye.
Huh. What's this? So... now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an... So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I... According to this text, the divine and... she didn't volunteer. Oh... The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was... Oh... It looks like my... So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned it. His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between...
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there. This is it! So basically, we need to go to the Let's go back and tell Shenhe.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I bring flowers back here every year.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, there is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my... So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or...
It must have been so tough for you all.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, I'll tell you more about the old...
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look! This tells us...
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here...
It's okay. I like your My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others, so I hope that one day I might be brave, but I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether...
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to...
Shenhua! Yunjin! Cut the chit! We can't let someone else beat us! That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Raymon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. Only a single mountain lies between here and... If things get out of control, I will
So...
This is some top quality ore, you guess. Now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's...
Leave the wonder course to me. Don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next.
I'll sort that out.
Oh?
Yes. I have been training. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the con. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was... Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, but now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use...
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how...
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some...
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else... Ningguang's little secretary. We found all the materials.
Oh, all three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. I hereby announce that the winners of this material
What? It's over already?
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where...
Huh? Where's Beidou?
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join...
All right, then. Guess we'll head on up to the Jade... This has been a long time coming.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill...
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the...
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling...
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare...
You're quite welcome. It's true...
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh, well.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you a...
Wow. Paimon hadn't even...
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, so I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just... No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got...
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can...
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in?
Now that is an interesting... Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the... So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in...
Us?
Yes. To become fond of a place. To perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou. It's your turn.
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked. It's not going to be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready.
Glad to hear it. Watch your...
Beidou? Ningguang?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform, and at that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue, and I hope that you can all witness it with... Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Harbinger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepta.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
Don't be such a brute. Hup, he.
keep up with me! Out! Meaty! Told you I'd win!
Unleash! Manifest! Obey! Unleash! Obey! Manifest! Do your master's bidding! Oh! In your dreams! Obey! Unleash! Obey! Unleash! Obey!
I shall not...
She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace.
I'm just a little exhausted. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll...
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take...
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the...
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses... Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady on behalf of the entire Millilith.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able... I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to...
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a...
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a...
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well,
that I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be... If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. So hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor...
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, in fact, one has many...
There'll be no need for...
Oh. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you.
Please. Have a good rest. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Leo... We should look for a new investment. Mora doesn't grow on trees.
will be frozen in time.
Surrender and obey.
No escape! Submit!
Freeze! Don't push your luck. Dodge this! Cool it! Don't push your luck. Time to fight back, I suppose.
What do you think, cutie?
Blood repays blood.
Oh, so sorry.
No one escapes my sight!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Try not to enjoy this too.
Dodge this!
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here...
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed... I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today. The one written...
Hey! Look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an Adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. And look who else we... Let me pull up a chair, all right.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if...
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe.
Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later.
Wow. Leo's really good.
Julie's out of stock. We have some.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
It's nearly time for afternoon tea.
Ancient alchemy truly is...
At this speed, no...
That's a nice all.
Reputation is the stake.
Huh?